Oh my God, how do I pass eyes on my first attempt? How do I make my CBT? Where do I get all the money from to take on this program? Am I going to catch up with time? Am I qualified enough to take on this journey? Well, hello, my name is Blessing, and welcome to my Nursing and Midwifery Council UK Journey series. And in this series, I'm going to be talking about my personal experience taking on this program and how I finally found myself as a registered nurse in the UK. And in this series, I'm also going to be helping you answer some of those burning questions I know you have running in your mind. So ride on with me throughout this series, and you're going to get all the answers you're looking for. Hello and welcome again to the first part of my Nursing and Midwifery Council UK Journey series. And in this first part, my focus is going to be on the eligibility checklist. And I decided to do this first because I feel this is the very first thing everyone should know before you make that decision of starting this program or taking upon yourself to go through this journey. But before I go into that, I'm going to be giving us a little background of why I decided to do this video or this series, and also just a few things I think are important for us to know before you start this journey, or for those already on this journey. So the very first thing I'm going to share with us is just a little background of what the Nursing and Midwifery Council in the UK is all about. So this is a professional body that regulates the registration of nurses and midwives in the UK, regulate the conduct of nurses and midwives in the UK. They have everything to do with the Nursing and Midwifery Register in the UK, and equally if issues are being raised by nurses as far as practicing is concerned, this is a professional body that looks into such issues. So they have been existing for a very long time, and the program to take overseas nurses has also been existing for a good number of years, because nursing happens to be on the occupational shortage list of jobs in the UK. So that what that means is there is a shortage of nurses at the moment in the UK, and so this is why this program was launched. Unfortunately, I've come to realize that a lot of people or overseas nurses are not very versed about how this program works, or some people do not actually know that there is a program like this or the existence of this program. Personally, like I said before, I'm going to be doing or sharing my own personal experience of how I got to know this program and how I finally found myself as a registered nurse in the UK. So doing this video series is really a form of enlightenment to enlighten overseas nurses about the existence of this program, and to really do a breakdown of how this program works, just to make it easy, not too complicated, not too cumbersome, or such that watching this series alone is going to really make you understand that you can take on this journey like as easy as you want to, nothing complicated about it. So that's my first motive and reason for doing this video. Coming from overseas myself, specifically from Cameroon, really I didn't have any idea about this program. I only received a WhatsApp message one day talking about a certain program for me to join a certain group, and I was going to be enlightened about how to work in the UK as a nurse. And the contact number on the message I received, I actually did contact that number. And when I did that, I spoke with someone who knew about the program, who was actually based in South Africa. And then she referred me back to someone as well in the UK, who finally gave me or opened me up to this program and what it was all about. And that is how I started my journey. And one other major thing I really like to talk about today is the fact that some people might have heard about this program, but they do feel this is not real. Like, this is a scam. This is not real. It's not possible. I got that so many times. When I was still back home in Cameroon, I got that so many times. Like, I kind of shared this program with some people, and to them it was a practical impossibility for me to be employed. I mean, like, already employed or get a job already as a nurse from Cameroon. It was like a total impossibility. And a lot of people have been blinded by this same thought, thinking, oh, this is a scam. It's not possible. It's never going to work. Sorry, but if you're one of those who have thought that, then I'm here to challenge that mindset today. I think personally, you seeing me doing this video and being here practicing as an overseer nurse should give you a headway that this is a program which is as real as it is. There's no scam about it. It's a very open program, and every nurse is able to take on this program. But then the eligibility matters, and that's why we are going to be talking about the eligibility criteria for this program in this first part of the series. Some other important things I like to share about this program is to let you know that the NMC or program for overseas nurses is as open and as free as anything in terms of information. So a lot of people going around, taking money from people who are interested to know about the program in a bid to give them information and all. I mean, this information is as free as anything you can think of. So do not be deceived. Do not fall prey to such scams, because a lot of people have been victims of this. So do not fall prey to this. It's as free and as open as anything you can think of. Yes, of course, it involves money, but the money involved it has to do with the legal things you're doing, not necessarily paying someone to tell you, oh, this is how you have to go about the program and this is how you have to go about the program. No. So just be aware of that. And another thing I like to tell you, which is good news, guys, good news. I mean, it's like you can literally travel with your family as far as this program is concerned. If you're married, hey, you can come with your wife, you can come with your husband, you can come with your children, you can come with your parents, because these are the first lines of what we call your dependents. So your children, your spouse, and your parents, legal parents, these are your first line of your dependents, and you were eligible to travel with them. I mean, like, good news, guys, good news. So this is not a program to, take for granted. It's not a program to joke with. I encourage all nurses, wherever you are from, whatever country you are in, if you are interested in taking on this program, get on it, get all your stuffs ready, and start this program. You won't regret it, even for a single day. So as we go along the series, I'm just going to be sharing my personal experiences of how I was able to scale through this program, and the challenges I faced and how I overcame them, and just everything about my journey to the UK. I'm really going to share with us, because I think this is going to encourage a lot of people out there. The first thing really, in terms of my journey and experiences, which I would like to talk about, has to do with patience. With patience. Why do I say patience? Because like every project you have, like everyone who wants to start this program to see it as a project. For every project you have, you don't just get one day and bam, you start the project and tomorrow it's completed. No, it's always a step-by-step journey. A lot of things might happen along the way that might delay your process. This process could be as fast as possible for you. I mean, like, literally really quick. This process, you could have a lot of things along the way that could either speed it up or that could slow the process down for you. So all in all, you need to be patient. No matter what the challenges are as you go along this program, you need to be patient. Secondly, you need to be determined to do it. You need to be very determined to do it. A lot of people have heard about this program, but because they feel like, oh, I have to write the CBT, I have to write the R's, I have to write all of these exams. Am I sure I'm going to make it? And then they feel discouraged. Or just start the program, maybe write one of these exam once and do not make it on the first attempt and then drop it. No. If you decide to take on this program, then you need to be determined. You need to be focused. You need to tell yourself, I'm going to do this no matter how much time it takes. People have started this program, have used 3 months, and they're in the UK. Others have started this program and they've used 2 years. It has taken them 2 years to finally get to the UK. Personally, this program took me about 10 months for me to be able to get here. So it's really a matter of patience. It's a matter of being determined. It's a matter of being focused and being prayerful as you start this journey as well. Because for everything you start, and you want to achieve success, you need all of this put together. You need your faith, you need your determination, you need your focus, and you need to be patient. So I think having this at the back of your mind before you start this journey is really going to help you walk through the journey as smoothly as possible, no matter the challenges. So the first thing, as far as the process is concerned, has to do with your eligibility. And so once you're ready to start this program, you are going to do what we call an eligibility test, not like an exam or anything per se. It's just sending in some basic information they will need from you to see if you are actually eligible to take on this journey, because there is no need starting a journey or a process and then you find out, oh, I needed to have this and I don't have it yet. And might get you a bit frustrated or angry because you didn't know. So it's very important for anyone wanting to start this journey to know exactly what they need throughout this whole process. You might not have all of it now. I mean, it's not a must that you might have all of it, but when you know it and okay, I need this one, I don't have it, because you know it, you can take the necessary steps to having it before you get to that stage, rather than getting to that stage and you discover, oh, I needed this and you don't have it, and then you get stuck and you have to start struggling and pushing and fighting your way through to be able to get what is lacking. That really can slow down your process. So from the very beginning, it's good to know what you need to be able to scale through this program. And like I said, the very first thing has to do with your eligibility. So you're going to be sending in some few basic information about you. And once you've done all of this, it is going to be assessed. And then they're going to send you a confirmation if they are happy with all the documents you've given them to authorize you to take the CBT test, which is the test of competence for all nurses from overseas wishing to practice. I don't want to say much about the CBT because in the next video or the next series 2, I'm going to talk about all the exams that are involved as far as this process is concerned. I'm also going to talk about the cost of all of these exams, and equally in general the cost of this whole program. Now, going back to the eligibility, when I did this, it was a lot different because you could start your CBT, just go online, send in some basic information, and they will grant you access to take the exam in a registered center, or we call it a person view center, and then you can launch your online application program even while you haven't had your eyes result done yet, and why going ahead with sending in all the documents you needed for your online application, you could as well go ahead then to do your IELTS. And equally, we had to send some informations by posting. Some of the things we had to send were paper based, and we had to send them through the post. Now, a lot of things have changed when I did it and now. That is why I always tell people who come to me to ask about this program, I say it is not a stagnant program. Because a lot of things can change along the line. And once you start this program, you are going to discover that you get to know a lot of things as you go along the line. I'm going to do this whole series. I'm going to break down the process step by step. But it is when you are actually following up this program that you get to know a whole lot of other things that I may not mention in this series. So we have to be open, you have to be flexible to the changes. Now, as far as eligibility is concerned, or the whole program is concerned, it's more of an online based program or registration, where most of the things you are, or the information they're going to need from you, you have to upload them and send them through an online portal system. Same like the eligibility criteria. The first thing you need as far as your eligibility is concerned is your identity.